I'm gonna act. Ah! Yes! Yes! I'm gonna be an actor. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to try this. I even tried to go to summer stock auditions last year, but of course my father wouldn't let me. For the first time in my whole life, I know what I want to do. And for the first time, I'm gonna do it! Whether my father wants me to or not. Carpe diem!
Passion, and where to find it. That's the theme for this week's The Weekly Strategy Memo. I'm Rich Tafel, President of RLT Strategies, and each week I answer a question from a world-changing leader like you. And this question comes from Elizabeth in Ohio. She says, I enjoyed your memo on preparing yourself for the job search. I bought the book you suggested, but as I thought about your question on passion, I realized I don't think I'm passionate about anything. Can you recommend any strategies for helping me to identify my passion? Well, the answer is yes. It's one of the most important questions I ask all of my clients. In fact, it's something that I build all of my personal strategy when I do life coaching on this fundamental question, what are you passionate about? Now, passion in our culture has a variety of meanings, and you might be thinking passion in the sense of romantic love, that sort of thing. When I'm talking about passion, it's about the thing that gets you up in the morning. It's really talking about your core values, the things you love. So I operate from a belief that we really are essentially what we love. That's really what we are at the end of the day. So knowing what you love, knowing what you're passionate about, knowing your key values is important for any strategy, and particularly when you're going for a job search. And that's what we've been talking about the last few weeks is the job search. And that's where that question came up. So let me talk about 3 quick exercises I would take clients through that you might work on at home to find out what you're passionate about. And the first one is very simple. I'd like you to go to a coffee house or someplace a little outside the house, somewhere different. Relax, have some fun with this, and it's a brainstorm. At the top of the page, just write, I love to, ... And after that, just let it go. I call it 52 I love to do. And when you get to about the number 52, stop. But just start answering that question. I love to walk. I love to run. I love to eat pasta. I love good wine. Don't stop. Just keep going and going and going. This list, when it's done, can really be exciting for clients. It can really get them out of a rut by remembering the things they love to do. I ask clients, for example, put a dollar sign next to the things that cost money that you love. Put next to it what you do weekly, what you do daily, what you do monthly, what you do yearly. Clients find out after doing that the things they really love, some of them they haven't done for a year, and they go and do them. So that's just a quick exercise, and I'm describing it very quickly, but it's a way of getting out of the rut and finding out what you love. Okay, next exercise is the values exercise. That same place where you just relaxed, put your name at the center of the page, write values under your name, circle it, and just start brainstorming. What are your values? What words come to your mind? Don't edit. Don't edit. Don't question. Just say what you really value, what's really important. So, for example, things that clients have said, and I've done this with all my clients, and they'll talk about health, family, spouse, faith, sports, education, honesty, integrity, spirituality. Those are just some examples of some of the things that people will do and put down as their values. I'd say stop when you get to about 15 to 20. The 2 values that have surprised me the most over the years that clients have repeatedly said were educational for me: dogs and golf. When you get your list, I'd ask you to break it down and actually prioritize it. Get it down to 6 key values that you have. Then the next step would be to take those values and actually write out examples in your real life where those values would be acted out. And if you're interested, I could do a whole strategy memo on that. So if you have a question, I can go into more detail. But that's the values exercise. The third exercise I call what's in your wallet. And I ask clients to bring their bank statements and their credit card statements and their schedule. Because ultimately, what you truly value is where you spend your time and money. So what's fascinating about this is that people put their things on their financial credit card and on their bank statement and on their schedule they never mentioned when they brainstormed their values. So what's on that list usually? Home, their mortgage, food, eating out, travel. And so I would take it a step further and don't just leave it at home, food, or travel. What are those values behind that? Is it shelter when you're talking about home, or is it status? Is it protection of your family? What does home mean? When it's food and eating out, is that friends? What's going on there? Go a little deeper. It's not just food. and break them all down and to find out what you're really doing. That list that you have, what's in your wallet, is what you truly value. So in the first exercise where you brainstormed, you thought about what you want to value. The second exercise that I talked about here where you look at your wallet, that exercise is what you truly value. Now these three exercises are a great way to jolt your mind into realizing what you're passionate about, what you love, and what you value. And I look forward to more questions on these topics on future strategy memos. Thanks for watching.